Somewhere in Atlanta, inside a reinforced vault, sits a piece of paper. Not a deed, not a weapon, a recipe. It is, arguably, the most valuable trade secret in the history of the world. The formula for Coca-Cola. More than 2 billion servings are sold every single day. And yet, almost no one knows what is actually in it. Chemists have tried to reverse engineer it for over a century. Nobody has ever gotten it exactly right, and the company intends to keep it that way. The story begins in 1886 in a pharmacy in Atlanta, Georgia. A pharmacist named John Stith Pemberton was experimenting with a new kind of syrup, a headache remedy he believed could also be sold as a refreshing drink. He mixed it in a 3-legged brass kettle in his backyard. The resulting syrup was mixed with carbonated water and sold for 5 cents a glass at the counter of Jacob's Pharmacy. It sold 9 glasses on its first day. Today, Coca-Cola operates in every country on Earth except 2. That explosive growth was built on something Pemberton understood from the very start: the power of secrecy. He never recorded the full formula in any document that survived intact. After Pemberton's death in 1888, ownership of the recipe passed through several hands before landing with Asa Griggs Candler, the businessman who would turn Coca-Cola into a global empire. Candler was obsessed with protecting the formula. He deliberately had different employees prepare different parts of the recipe, so no single worker ever knew the whole thing. The formula was given a code name, Merchandise 7X. That name is still used today, and it still means almost nothing to anyone outside the inner circle. Then, in 2011, Coca-Cola made a dramatic announcement. The formula was being moved. It was leaving the bank vault where it had lived for decades and being placed inside a new home, the World of Coca-Cola Museum in Atlanta, Georgia. A brand new vault was constructed specifically for it, a room built to be as much theater as fortress. The vault door alone weighs several tons. Visitors to the museum can see the vault's exterior, but entry is strictly off limits. Motion sensors, keypad locks, and multiple layers of biometric access control surround what is, essentially, a single sealed envelope. As for who actually knows the formula, the company is extraordinarily careful about this. The official Coca-Cola position is that only 2 people know the full formula at any one time. Their identities are never publicly disclosed. The 2 executives who hold the secret are reportedly forbidden from traveling on the same aircraft together. They are not supposed to be in the same car, the same building, or even the same city at certain times. It sounds like the plot of a spy thriller, but it is corporate policy, and the policy has been tested. In 2006, 3 Coca-Cola employees were arrested for attempting to steal and sell trade secrets to PepsiCo, Coca-Cola's chief rival. They had obtained samples of new unreleased products and documents and approached Pepsi directly, offering to sell the information. PepsiCo did something remarkable. They called the FBI immediately. The thieves were convicted and sentenced to prison. It was a stunning moment, one that revealed just how seriously the entire industry treats the sanctity of this particular secret. Meanwhile, the legend of the formula was growing. In 2011, the radio program This American Life claimed to have found the original formula, printed in a 1979 newspaper column. It listed exotic ingredients: fluid extract of coca, citric acid, caffeine, lime juice, vanilla, caramel, and a mysterious ingredient blend called Merchandise 7X, a combination of orange, lemon, nutmeg, coriander, neroli, and cinnamon oils. Here is what the science of taste and chemistry actually tells us. Independent chemists and food scientists have analyzed Coca-Cola's composition for decades. Gas chromatography, a method that separates and identifies chemical compounds in a liquid, can identify most of what is in any given sample. Scientists can confirm the major players: caramel color, phosphoric acid, caffeine, high fructose corn syrup, carbonated water. These are not the secret. The secret lies in a tiny, almost immeasurably small component: the flavor blend. Merchandise 7X, the flavor concentrate at the heart of the formula, makes up a fraction of a percent of the finished drink. But that fraction is everything. It is what the brain encodes when it thinks, "This tastes like Coca-Cola." The challenge every reverse engineer faces is that the oils and plant extracts in the flavor blend degrade, interact, and shift over time. You can get close, but close is not the same as the same. There is also a darker historical layer to the formula. The original Coca-Cola formula almost certainly contained trace amounts of cocaine, derived from the coca leaf, one of Pemberton's key ingredients. By 1903, under public pressure, the company shifted to using decocainized coca leaf extract, a process still used today. A single company in New Jersey, the Stepan Company, is the only entity in the United States legally licensed to import and process coca leaves for Coca-Cola. The extracted flavoring, minus the cocaine, is then shipped to Coca-Cola's flavor concentrate manufacturing facilities. The final concentrate is mixed in only a small number of facilities worldwide, and employees there work with deliberately incomplete information. Even the syrup manufacturers who produce billions of liters each year are not given the merchandise 7X formulation. They receive a pre-made concentrate, mix it according to strict ratios, and bottle it, never knowing the deeper recipe. Think about what that actually means. In a world where satellites can read a license plate from orbit, where artificial intelligence can decode the human genome, and where no secret seems safe for long, one handwritten recipe has outlasted them all. There is something quietly astonishing about that. The most consumed beverage in human history, drunk by billions of people, analyzed by the world's best chemists, targeted by corporate spies, still holds its secret. The vault in Atlanta is open to visitors, 6 days a week. They can stand inches from the door. They can read the museum displays, watch the exhibits, taste the samples. But what is written on that piece of paper, behind that wall of steel, that they will never know? Not a flavor, not a chemical, not an oil pressed from a rare botanical, but the mystery itself.